Hiya, I'm back again. Right, this is part 3 and we are doing pages 3 and 4. So from your 8x8 paper pack, I want you to get out the Alice and a long tail paper. Okay, so it's got the tail coming down here and Alice on the right hand side. So you want that from your 8x8 paper, and then you want this sheet from your 12x12, which is actually the cover. So you want the cover page out. Okay. So put that to one side because that's going to be page 3. Now, because it's 8x8 and our pages we need it 9 by 1/8 is what I'm cutting the papers at now, ladies. 9 1/8 by 7 1/8. So it's tall enough, but it's not long enough. So what I'm going to do is just add a pocket down the side here so that we can use a whole page. But what we want to do is not cut out the long tail. So when we cut it, we're going to cut under Alice's feet and we're going to cut that long tail off. And then, no, above the long tail. So that the whole, all the words, I was going to use the 12x12, but you end up cutting so much off of it. But I thought doing it this way, you can see the whole thing. So, so the first thing I want to do is it needs to be 7 1/8 inches tall. So let's see where that, so that takes all of that off the bottom. Make sure I've done that. 7 1/8. That's better. Maybe did it wrong. So you take just taking off the bottom piece, okay, measure it up at 7 1/8 and cut it along, okay, and that's the only bit you're going to be taking off that, but again, keep it. Okay, so what I want to do, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? We'll put that aside for a minute. That's what we want to do. And we're going to take out this. Now, we need to cut this down to 9 1/8 by 7 1/8. So I'm going to do it on this side. Let's see where 9 1/8 is. Sorry, 7 1/8. Yeah, that's what I thought, right across the Alice, and I wanted that bit. Let's see where it goes to this side. Oh, that's better. Oh no, because I'm still going to use... Right, I was just trying to save this Alice to use, but it's not going to work. So, any old how. 7 1/8. And cut. Put that to the side. Now we can turn it this way, and now we need it 9 1/8. Okay. Again, keep that. So what I want to do with this one is get your 12x12s out. I think. Just trying to choose. Hang on. Don't rush me. Yeah, no. Ignore that bit. I've had another thought for that. So what we actually want now is some cardstock. Sorry, I'm thinking again, which is always dangerous. just need a piece of paper. What have we got here? Yes. Sorry, I'm deciding. So you want some scrap paper. Again, don't cut into it if you've got pieces like this, or even, let's see if we can get away with a smaller. I've got a smaller one here. So yeah, just get some nice size scraps out that these are going to fit onto. Okay, that should be plenty. You don't need that much. Let's put those to the side. So what we want to do is leave the borders on this time. I'm going to just take that slight little bit off there that I missed, and then just cut them in half straight down the white centre, and just even the borders up. Oh, didn't do that very well. Okay, so you've just got a nice slight white border around. There. Like that. Same for these two. Even up the borders first so you're not mucking about. That one. That one. Okay. Get rid of these. You don't want these, you can put those in the bin. So, what I want to know is how big these cards are. They are 3 and 3, yeah, just over 3 3/4. So we are going to cut 3 3/4. No, because I want a border. I want a border. So 4 1/2. Let me write it down so I don't have to measure it again. 4 1/2 by 2 1/4. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible without going into too many apes and all that sort of thing. So you want to cut these down, and you want 1 2 3 4. So we want them how many 4 1/4 am I going to get out of that? 4 1/2, sorry. So that's 4 1/2. 4 1/2 by 2 1/4. Is that right? No, it's not right. Oh. You know what, I've done it the wrong way round. Right, sorry, hang on a minute. What am I doing? Right, 4 1/4. Is that right? No. Let's just measure it like this. We can say 2 1/2, all right? 2 1/2 for the width by, it should be 4 1/4. No, 4 1/8. Yeah, 4 1/8. So 4 1/8 by 2 1/2. Okay, ladies. I always do this. I don't plan ahead. No, I did it wrong. See, this is why I tell you to watch the video first. Right. Start again. Ignore that. Ignore that. Don't want that bit. Right. What we need... Now that would be perfect. So I'll measure that in a minute. If we said 2... Yeah, 2 1/2. No, it's not 2 1/2. 2 3/4. See? Plan ahead if you need to do this. Right, let's just cut that. 2 3/4. And it is 4 1/2. Yeah, long. 4 1/2 long. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them on there, and then we're going to score along, or score actually that way, score along the top. So let's cut all that. 4 and here I go again. Yeah, 4 1/2, didn't I say? Oh God, get it right. 4 1/2 by 2 3/4. 4 1/2. Okay, right. So 4 1/2 by 2 3/4. So that's our next one. So we want a 4 1/2. Oh, don't want that bit. That's my half. There's my half. Oh, that is 4 1/2. So 2 3/4. There. That's our next one. And then one more piece. So 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Right. So you want your scoreboard or whatever you use to score with. And let me just measure this and I'll tell you where to score. Where's my score tool? There it is. Should glue one down really, but let's just go for it. Okay, so place it in your board as if it's So I'd say 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 1/8 you want to score. Okay. So 4 and 1/8, and that is actually going to be on the top rather than the bottom. Okay. Could have done with making that a little bit wider, but it will do. All right. So that's that. So you want to do that 4 and 1/8 on each one. 4 and 1/8. 4 and 1/8. 4 and, oh, no, did it wrong then. 4 and 1/8. Okay. So then what you want to do, let's mount our, where's my glue? So let's glue them all down first. Actually, do you know what? Save my glue. I'm going to use some score tape. So on the back, you want your score tape without going over the edges. It will pull. Oh, not very well though. Must be strong. Oh no, I'm just making a mess of it. That's because I'm trying to rush before my video runs out. Yeah, sorry about the slight camera angle in the where I knocked it in the last video. Can't be helped. Okay. Oh, I have to put some more up that top one. So do that for each of your cards. I'm going to put it on the right side. Don't overlap the edges. Ooh. Get as close to the edge as possible. This time. That one. You can just twist it over, but if you go over with your tape, you need to cut it off. Which I might have to do on this one. Oh no, it's fine. Last one. Oh, see, I've gone over there. Definitely gone over there. Okay, finish it all down, make sure it's all stuck properly. Okay, there are our cards ready. Now we want our, sorry, that's our paper ready. Now we want our cards. And what you want to do, where you've made that score line, you want to burnish them all over. Okay, so they're at the top. And that one. Okay, so they will sit like that. Now, I want you to put them in the book before you put your papers on. Okay, not on your book, on your paper. So the paper that we cut with the hearts on it, this is what you want. So this is going to be a waterfall. So what we have to do is glue down each one, all right? So give it a nice border, start under the hearts and what, 1, 2, 3, 3 rows in from the left and 2 rows in. And we are just going to add those with some glue so you've got time to manoeuvre. You want to use something so you keep a nice straight line under those second hearts. Like that. Get your glue out. Now you can use tape if you want to, but I'm using glue just so that I can manoeuvre if I need to. So make sure you've got a nice, get that down as much as possible. Make sure you've got a nice straight edge. How many did I come in? 3 did I say? And you want to jut that right up against your ruler. Just checking. Mind you, the hearts aren't straight, so, but that looks straight to me. Before I push it down. Yeah. Okay. And then just burnish that down, get rid of any glue that's seeping over. Now hopefully if that one's straight, the rest of them will just be straight. Fold it over, apply your glue. She says. And all you're going to do is line it up with this bottom of the top one. Okay, top and bottom and sides. Okay. And then, again, ignore the glue. That will just rub off if you're using beacon. Okay. Oh, see, you didn't want all that on there. But it's really good, this beacon. It just rubs right off. That we're going to cover anyway, so. Okay. And we are going to be using magnets, that's why I'm getting you to put this in first. Okay. And then the same with the next page. Add your glue that's oozing everywhere. Come on. Make sure you get those edges. Fold it down as much as possible. Line it up with the top of, or the bottom of the previous page. Find your glue. We can cover all that up, so don't worry about that. Why is it oozing so much? Obviously putting too much on. Ooh. That's better. Don't make a mess like I do. Okay. And the same for the last one. Oh. Come on. Maybe not so close to the edge this time. So line it up with the previous one. Sorry, rather than put my head in the way, I'm going to bring that down. Line that up. Make sure it is lined up. Okay. So then our cards will sit on, give that a bit of a bend, make sure it's got plenty of room. Okay. So we want to add magnets, and we need to do that now before I forget. So quick, get your magnets out, girls. You want 2. Make sure they're the right way up. Separate them. And the first one you want underneath, where that first page falls, you want it sort of in that area, but on the back. So I'd say where you've got the king, you want it over his face. Is that right? No. To the left of his face. Okay, so about there. So I am going to use my 3-in-1 for this. Definitely. Ooh. So I just put a bit of glue. So we want to put him down there. Just checking that he's sort of not too near the edge, but yeah, sort of in line with his face. So we're going to give that a minute to take. And then we're going to find its mate. So you see that? That magnum's on the bottom of our page here. So if you just drop your magnet, it will drop right into place. So all we want to do is where it sits, put a blob of glue. Oh, no, hang on. Ignore that, sorry. We need to put it up here. So, let it fall again, let it fall. I'm going to put some glue on there so I'm in the right place. And we'll get, but you see that it will leave a mark where your glue, your magnet needs to go. So just put that on there like that, okay? Give it a minute to dry. Okay, and then that'll close nicely. See, which is what I should have done with the front page. So now we can put our teapots on. So I'm going to put the pinky one on first. And you're going to, there is a little overhang there that I need to get off. Tiny one. Take the tape off the back of your cards. And you are going to centre that. Now you probably have a bigger gap at the top and the bottom, but centre that as best as you can on there like that, and then you want to flip it over, and then I'm going to use the one with the green background. Oh, I need to put my lid on. I don't want to waste my glue. Let's just stand it. No, I won't stand it up, I'll just leave it there. So take the backing off your next one. And you want to do the same thing, line it up, top and bottom and sides as best as you can. Put that in. Then up you go to that one, and I want the purple one now. One with the purple background I'm using. Use my nails. Centre that. Now for the top ones, for these, I am going to use, instead of using up all the images, I'm going to wait to the end, see what I've got left, and I'll either use some paper or some different coloured card, like maybe an aged mahogany looking card like the, or a red card like this. Not sure yet. I'm not sure what I've got, to be honest with you, but that, I'll leave that till the end when we're going through doing our decorating and that. If you want to decorate it, you don't have to, if you haven't got anything like that. So the same with this, line it up like that. Okay, so that's our waterfall all done with our magnet in place before I forgot. How cool is that? So that'll hold all your pages down. All right, so that's page 3. What's the time? Oh, will I have time to do page 4? It's only a pocket, so okay. So did we cut this down? We did cut it down, didn't we? Yeah, we did cut it down. So what I need to do is add a pocket onto it. So you want another piece of paper that is a bit longer than, again, if you've got any scraps that would do it. See, I've got these, depending if that's going to be enough for the photo, for the, because the papers are obviously 8 by 8, or where this one was, so it's 8 inches across, and I want to add a pocket to make it 9 1/8 inch, 9 1/8. And I think that would be perfect. So what we're doing effectively is adding to the width of our page like that with a pocket. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're not going to punch any kind of, if you want a border punch, you're quite welcome to add a border punch onto there, but be aware that you need it a good 9.1 edge. So that's what I need to do first. I need to let's see. First thing I'm going to do, so that I get this nice and straight, I want my page, my pocket there, and I need it 9 1/8. So I need to add the pocket in exactly the right place, sorry. So you need to make sure that your paper down here is at 9 1/8. Okay, we're going to bring it over like that for now. And we are going to score, make sure you've got an even edge, gap. Well, it doesn't have to be even because we will cut it down. But that paper is sitting at 7 1/8 inches. So if you bring your flap here to 8 1/2, and then use your score tool, you might need to lift it up a slight bit, but you want to score at 7 1. No, that's not going to leave a big enough gap. Let's just score it at 7 1/4 for now. And then this end, so what we're going to do, let's just burnish that down. Now what you want to do, oh, not that end. You want to put this in. You want your paper at the top, or whatever way round you find it easier to do. And you're going to bring your pocket down. Make sure that's right in. To 9.1, which is there. You're going to add some glue. Watch this. So you want to lift both of them up. And we're just going to start by adding some glue along the top edge of this paper. And maybe not even halfway down, I don't think. Quarter of the way down. So when we put, this is going to be put at 9.1. Did I say 9.1? Yeah. So make sure that's at 9.1. And then place your Alice papers. You need to try and hold this bit down and let that flap open so it's at 9.1. Put your Alice papers on like that. Oh, make sure you're not in a score like I was. Bring that down to 9.1. Okay, so you've caught the corner. We know exactly where that's got to go now. Maybe a bit too far over, but never mind. We can see it's Alice. So, and then all you do the other side is fold it over. So much easier. So just glue the rest down. Just, oh, this glue, come on. Got to go soon, so I need to finish this. So across the bottom, well, not across the bottom, sorry, because you don't want it to close that corner. Up there. Make sure the top half is stuck down. Cut this, you don't want such a big gap. And again, just put paper on where it's going to, glue on where it's going to fall. Just to hold that shut. All right.